All right, hey guys, this video is going to be about the first step on your road to sexual abundance, dating abundance, relationship abundance. And that is to move out of your parents' house. I don't know about you guys, but whenever I lived with my parents, even when I was going to university, I never felt confident or the desire to really approach women. And I couldn't really figure out why, but I actually looked it up. And you can look this up, scientific studies have been going through this. But when a man isn't working and isn't making money, or even if he has a job and his job is insecure, meaning he doesn't know if he's going to be fired or not, his sex drive drops dramatically. And during this time, I wouldn't say my sex drive dropped. I was still really horny, but I never had the desire to actually approach women because I didn't have the desire to, because I think in my body, I knew there's a reason for this. The reason why you don't have a desire to really approach women when you're not making any money is because what happens if you were to actually have success and get a girl pregnant? That's ultimately what's your body's kind of programmed you to do. It's programmed to reproduce. And if you're not making enough money to even provide for yourself, what point is your body of what's the point of even reproducing? You can't even provide for yourself. So you have no need to reproduce and produce a child where you have to take care of that person as well. And I think the same thing happens with when you're dieting for too long and you go on a calorie deficit for too long, your sex drive will disappear eventually if you diet long enough. And the reason for that is your body knows it's not having enough calories. So you really have no need for you to reproduce. You can't produce a child and have them actually live because you can't even provide for yourself. So that's why you're horny when you've got steady calories, and you're horny and you actually want to approach women when you've got steady income. I know it was a huge change as soon as I moved. Well, as soon as I wasn't going to university anymore and I was working, my whole desire to approach women just came roaring back. And the same thing happens when you move out of your house. When you move out of your house and have your own place, your desire to approach women goes up exponentially because you're finally living on your own. You're finally providing for yourself. So you're capable, your body knows it's capable of, producing offspring and providing for them. So yeah, that's why I think this is such a key component to, your sex life of abundance. I'm not saying that it's a prerequisite. You must do this in order to have sex. I'm sure there's a lot of guys that have, lived with their parents and managed to kind of make it work. But why shoot yourself in the foot when it would be so much easier and make you feel like more of a man to provide for yourself and live on your own? Having said that, how do you actually do that? Now, this is something I have a lot of experience with because I live in one of the most expensive cities in the world, Vancouver, Canada, where the wages are low and the living expenses are crazy high. But even I could survive on minimum wage, pay for rent, pay for all of my living expenses, and still have money left over to save up. So there is no excuse. Yes, you do have to live a penny pincher a little bit, but it's just about priorities. For me, my priorities is good food. Not necessarily good food, but healthy food, the gym, being able to, date. It shouldn't cost you a lot of money. You can date for free as well. So really there is no I just don't waste money on anything. And because of that, I can get by on very little and still save money. And I know you can as well. Wherever you live, you can make it work. You just got to be resourceful and look for good deals. Find the cheapest places to buy food. Find the places to get the cheapest internet. The cheapest phone service. The cheapest everything. But you can make it work. You've just got to break down like your monthly expenses, how much you're going to make with whatever job you decide to get. Find out how much you earn for that month and find out how much like rent is and go digging around to find a good deal on rent. And they're out there. I mean, they're like the worst residential housing markets in the world, and I still found like cheap rent that suits my needs. And yes, you will have to live like a Spartan, but that's fine. Like, you'll save so much money and you'll actually feel like a man being it out on your own, as opposed to like living with your parents, you know, accumulating money, but really feeling like your balls are being crushed at the same time. And yes, like the funnest things in life really are free. Like you can take dates to like beaches and like go, there's a million different like cheap date ideas. You know, sex is free. They're like the best things in life are free. You really don't have to spend money. No eating out. I cook all my meals. Like I just live a Spartan lifestyle where I don't do any kind of excess spending. And you can make minimum wage work. If you're starting off on minimum wage, you can make it work. You can live off that, provided you're resourceful and you look for good deals and don't spend it on bullshit. All right, guys, that's the video. Thanks for watching.